Welcome back to the Boss Better Show with Belinda and me, Michelle. So today we're going to be talking about onboarding. And I've got some really strong feelings about onboarding, which I will share with all of you.
Which you should have, yes.
I should have?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah. Well, onboarding is probably the most important step in building the relationship
Because
with your staff.
you only get a first impression once?
Get one chance.
One chance, okay. Well, I guess some ideal things would be to have everything set up. So, you're welcome, there's their desk, there's their computer, and they've got all their logins, all that kind of stuff, all that set up.
Very nice to have, yes.
Maybe not so practical.
It's definitely... The more that you've thought of them before they've started, the better they feel that they feel important. And, we all want to feel important. So that's true.
Yeah. So it's part of the feeling welcomed.
Yeah. If you can't get it set up, explain the process, explain what you've done, to try and get set up as much as you can. I've had that problem in the last week, trying to set up someone that I've brought in very quickly. And just to explain, what the process is and what we can do as an alternative.
Yeah, they're still loved. We're just not quite ready for you.
Exactly.
And the other thing is actually having some real work. I've started jobs where they have me sitting there reading stuff for just too long, and I got bored. And I thought, give me something to do so I can contribute. Especially when you start, you're really eager and want to find out where you can contribute. And I'm sure you can go around and have lots of coffee meetings and meeting people. But
it's really that understanding, isn't it, of an expectation or a requirement straight away, even if you can't fully do it, that the reading, if it's going to nowhere, I can't keep it in. I can't keep any information in unless I have a purpose.
That's true. It does becomes, it's just like, did I read that? I'm not sure. And then you have to redo it all. So it's pretty inefficient just having people sit there reading as well. Yeah. The other thing that I feel most strongly about with onboarding is making people feel welcome in a psychological sense. This really came out strongly in my PhD project, where the people that were welcomed in the sense that their bosses sat them down, asked them, where do you want to go in the organisation, before they'd even proven that they were a good employee or productive employee. They were asked, where do they want to go? And then they actually took steps to show them how they would get there, gave them projects. They thought about what projects would be good to put them on so they could get the skills they needed to fast track to where they wanted to go. And that made them feel so incredibly safe and welcomed that they became incredibly loyal to the business and incredibly engaged. Yes. So they did stuff for, their colleagues. They always the whole organisation, like they were a PR machine for the organisation, and they just went over and above. So if you can welcome someone in that way, like where do they want to go career-wise? Not where you think they should go, but where they want to go. Yeah. The skills they want to develop.
It's that listening skill as well, isn't it? Not just the talking, which as we onboard someone, we want to just talk and tell them everything about the organisation, about what they should do, about this, about that.
Yeah,
but listening too, it's very good.
Any other thoughts about onboarding?
Yeah, the other thing is to manage expectations and up front to understand, well, what are your work times? What are my work times? What are my expectations on how often do we need to discuss things? When do you want me to come to you? When do you want, reports? Well, it's those sorts of things that if you do that up front, then you've cut away a lot of the assumptions, haven't you? You've cut away a lot of the, I'm not sure how to manage this or how often to ask a question or...
So actually being clear about yourself and how you like to work as their boss can really help someone on board successfully and get on, hit the ground running much faster.
And not just the company's values, but your own values. I think it's sort of starting with that. Yeah. And then ask them what their values are too. So, it really helps to build that relationship, which is what we're trying to do, isn't it?
Indeed we are. Yeah. So thank you so much. We would love to hear from you and your onboarding experiences, the good ones and the not so good ones, and what you wish you'd have happened. So let us know. And we will see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.